Oh, my arm just started acting up on me. Oh, why is it? And of course it'd be the arm. Yeah, my one using the mouse right now. Uh, ow. Okay, that's not good. But I will try. Oh, Marmalade! Why do you have to knock stuff down? What is wrong with you? That's not stuff. Play with your toys. Play with your toys that I get for you. He's just giving me a look like, what are you talking about? What do you mean? They're down there. You go play with those. Uh. I don't see any more news yet here. There's yeah, more about bricks and minifigs, but oh my goodness. Uh. Oh, this one, yeah. I want to watch this one, yeah. And then we'll go to more Twitter news, but I want to see like, cause celebrity to me isn't like the word it used to be
You
anymore.
asked for it, so we deliver. It's the
Due to the
throwback value menu
internet.
from Pizza Hut. Your favorite starting at $3.
This famous celebrity is being accused for allegedly burning down a historic rental home with candles 16 years ago and then denying it.
Kat Von D, I am that little kid that you met back in the day who you destroyed the family home of with your negligence and your candle obsession.
Technically, the house burning down isn't really news considering it happened 16 years ago and it was heavily reported on when it happened. But what is new is the recent video posted by the homeowner's son, Tiva.
You need to get your fat butt get down. Get there. You need to stop. Go find your toys and play with them. No, no, no. This is not where you be, Marmalade. No, I said no. Go find your toy. Where are your toys? Where are your toys? Yeah, go play with that. Go play with that and leave my stuff alone, please. Thank you. Okay, that is a toy. That's acceptable toy for you. I want you to play with that. I do not want you to play with my stuff. Where the mouse go there went. Okay. I am sorry, you guys. He's just... Cats will be cats. Yeah.
Claiming the fire was actually a result of negligence and started due to the renter's excessive candles and gothic decor. And whose candles and gothic decor are we talking about? Well, none other than Kat Von D. If you don't know who she is, she's a famous tattoo artist named Catherine von Drachenberg. She originally became...
Oh, LA Ink. Yeah. I've heard of the show, never watched it, don't know her at all.
Became famous from TLC's Miami Ink as well as LA Ink. She also started her own makeup brand in 2008 and has essentially been an influencer since the term was really known. And to be honest, she's faced her fair share of backlash in more recent years for a number of things. Like she apparently named one of her liquid lipsticks Skelection, which was a term used in World War II by the Germans to, I guess, decide who lives and works in a prison camp and who doesn't. Why you would name something like that? To be edgy, I guess. I don't know. So apparently called one I guess for obvious reasons, received some backlash, and she ended up pulling both of those.
Marmalade, you need to get your butt down and quit making messes. This is my phone. What are you looking at? I'm holding my phone. Do you not recognize my phone? Where is your toy?
I guess between all of that and the very public falling out with Jeffree Star that, honestly, I'm not even going to get into right now, it's safe to say that she's made some enemies over the year. And now, things have gotten even messier, apparently, because on June 10th, a TikToker by the name of Tiva posted a video claiming that a celebrity started a fire and burned down his family home in 2010 due to negligence.
I'm going to tell a story that I have had close to my chest since I was a kid. I wasn't able to tell the story or allowed to.
So he starts the video by not naming any names and simply just refers to Kat as a celebrity. So Tiva goes on to say that when all this happened, his mom signed an NDA to settle all this, but he apparently didn't sign one. So he wants celebrities to truly be held accountable for their actions.
Many years ago, my sweet mom had signed an NDA with a celebrity in order to avoid trial and get a settlement. The thing is I didn't sign an NDA because I was just a kid. While my mom is no longer here, I want the story to be told because I think that celebrities should be held truly accountable for their actions.
And unfortunately, Tiva's mother, who owned the house, has since passed away from cancer. But he says that he and his family believe the stress of the fire and the restoration and the lawsuit that Kat put her through ultimately brought it back with vengeance.
I want to be abundantly clear about something. My mom passed due to cancer. Our family believes that the stress of the fires and the restoration process and the lawsuit is truly what brought it back with such vengeance.
He says that Kat rented the home from his mom in 2008 and things were mostly fine, except that her decor was bizarre and consisted of taxidermy and tons of candles.
It was 2008. My mom had just lost most of her money. She needed to rent the home. A celebrity came along and wanted to rent the house out. Everything was fine, except for one time I was here with my parents. They were maybe working on something with the house, and I got to meet her, and I saw the way that she had lived, and it was bizarre. There were candles everywhere, candles of all sizes, big.
Yeah, where is he now? I know he's talking about losing, his home and his mom, and this is a house fire where a total loss is not. Well, I'm assuming it's a total loss. I'm not sure. I think they already said that. And then the mom dies. That's even worse. I'm just a person who notices everything in a picture video, and the background is wherever this video was taken. I like the building behind it. I like stone, and I like those windows. That's really nothing to do with anything. I just like it.
Small, wide, every single corner, every mantle, down the steps, along the walls, really everywhere. Along with taxidermy, like a wolf just standing in a bedroom looking at you. And
so obviously, Kat has a gothic aesthetic. You can see that from looking at her. But in the past few years, she's also shown an interest in witchcraft and the occult, which Tiva also does bring up. But I mean, liking tattoos and gothic furniture and candles doesn't by default mean that you are a dangerous or dark-spirited person. Well, I guess the candles could be dangerous if that allegedly is what burned down the whole house. Because Tiva claims that the investigators declared it was negligence and a candle fire.
shocker, the house burned. There was a ginormous fire that took place.
Set up auto ship deliveries in the PetSmart app. And for instant gratification, we
Was negligence, and the arson investigators declared that it was a candle fire.
Tiva then says after the fire, just to add insult to injury, Kat allegedly sent his mom hate mail because she was in denial.
This person had the audacity to send my mom hateful, spiteful emails. She was in denial. She was a liar, a narcissist, truly a mean person.
He also speaks a lot about energies in his videos, implying that Kat has a dark energy that his mom feared.
Now, I believe that this woman had very dark energy at the time. My mom did, and my dad did believe the same thing. My mom had a halfway written fiction book about the experience because she wasn't legally able to mention this person's name. And she told me she didn't release it or want to finish it because she was afraid of what this person's energy would then bring forth to her.
And honestly, I'm not going to say I don't believe them, but like this is kind of one of those things I can't really weigh in on because I don't know Kat. I've never been around Kat, but I don't exactly think the house burned down just because of a dark spirit. No, it was probably, well, according to Tiva, negligence due to candles. So who knows how it happened? Maybe forgetting to blow them out, one falls over.
And yeah, just talking about my past in the last video, I would like to say when I was a child, yeah, and I'm like 10 or 11, there was an incident with a candle, and all that resulted was basically just smoke damage. Everything was fine. And I am very careful about fire now. Almost to the point of being paranoid about it. Yeah. So yeah, I had nothing to do with that. I just. Oh my goodness. Yes. Enough about me.
And suddenly the whole place is on fire. Fun fact, 4% of house fires in the US are actually started by candles, and a whole bunch of rental contracts now in recent years actually ban the renter from using candles. But then Tiva finally drops the bombshell. The celebrity was none other than Kat Von D, and the video really blew up online, like millions upon millions of views.
Kat Von D, I am that little kid that you met back in the day, who you destroyed the family home of with your negligence and your candle obsession. Thankfully, my parents won the lawsuit against you, but that didn't take away the stress that both of my parents endured.
And I guess it blew up so much that it got Jeffree Star's attention, who also left a comment on this, who I mentioned earlier, had quite the long-standing beef with Kat. And of course, Kat then saw it, and a couple days later,
Oh, Jeffree Star. Oh my. Oh. Oh, this is. Oh, drama farming. Drama farming alert. Drama farming alert.
she also responded with her own video.
This week, I've been accused of burning down a house and contributing to the death of a woman with cancer. I definitely feel forced to do this. This incident happened, I believe, almost 16 years ago now. So it's kind of crazy to think that it's coming up now.
And right out of the gate, she claims that she wasn't home at the time of the fire, and she was apparently on this book tour. And she also says that she never asked Tiva's mom to sign an NDA after the fire.
Tiva is accusing me of burning down his mother's house because I was lighting candles, which is not true. I wasn't even in the home when the fire happened. I was on a book tour. He's also accusing me of having made his mom sign an NDA where she wasn't allowed to talk about a lawsuit or anything that happened with the fire, which is not true either. We have had people sign NDAs, landlords or, people that we do any business with in the begining when we sign contracts, just so that people aren't selling my information to, at the time, tabloids and things like that. But after the fire had happened, we.
Okay, just a minute. I think the cat's water might be empty. I think that's why he be kind of a jerk. Just a minute. Let me go check. I'll refill it if it is. Okay, it wasn't empty, but I still refilled it, and no, he doesn't care. He did not want. He's just being a jerk. I don't know why Marmalade has to do this right now. Oh, yes, I do, because he's a jerk.
He never gave an NDA for his mom to sign.
Well, the problem with that one is there are already some serious inconsistencies between those two stories.
So I rented this house from a woman named Deborah back in 2010, which is like 16 years ago. And it was a beautiful house. It was a really small house in the Hollywood Hills. And I loved it so much because it was a very unique house. It was Frankenstein's castle from the 1930s movie. And even though it was tiny, it was perfect for me and my cat. And that's who lived there. It had like one main bedroom, a small kitchen, and then like an entryway that was like a living room.
For one, she keeps referring to the house as tiny, but it's literally a castle. Like, I know the Hills, obviously, like, they have mega mansions over there and so on and so on. But
Check out in no time.
implying that this is some sort of like dinky little house, that is kind of funny. But interestingly enough, Kat fully denies the candle theory and instead blames faulty electrical wiring and the landlord's unwillingness to fix the property.
I do believe it was an electrical fire. And
Yeah, the official investigation by people who know what they're doing says otherwise.
And arson, like fire guys that came over to inspect everything, literally told us that it was not a candle fire, that this was most likely started in the basement in that old recording studio from some type of faulty wires or from the panel. The reason I bring up this panel electrical situation is because I have the emails where I had asked Deborah on several occasions and told her that there was electrical issues in the house, specifically with the panel and also with this garage door that she refused to get professionally fixed. And I understand like people are like, you know, struggling with money or, you know, trying to save money where they can. But instead of sending out professionals, she kept sending out her husband, who was not a trained electrician. And I brought that to her attention several times. There was like 2 times that there was actual sparks within the house and at the light panel and at the garage door. Do I think that this could have been avoided? Possibly. I think if a proper electrician would have come and repaired things and looked at things, that they might have been able to catch it. I don't know.
And I can sympathize with Kat here, talking about how she lost everything she owned, including her cat Valentine, and how that affected her as well.
No one came out of this situation unscathed. You know, I am very fully aware that she lost her home. I lost the home that I lived in. You know, the fire took everything from me. I mean, I literally had nothing. I lost all my clothes, my computer, my hard drives, all my photos. I mean, there's like a huge, massive gap in my life that is just went up in flames. And most importantly, my little kitten, Valentine, was in the house when the fire happened.
Honestly, I would probably lead with losing my cat over all my clothes and stuff, but to each their own. But then she touches on the claims where she contributed to his mother's passing.
Tiva claims that between the renovation and the lawsuit between the insurance companies, and you know, losing the stress of losing the house and everything, he's saying that it's my fault that her cancer progressed and that you know, I have something to do with her dying. And I feel like that is such an unfair thing to impose on someone. I am beyond sorry for your loss, Tiva. I really am. You know, I can't imagine what it would be like to lose a mother that you're so close with. But at the same time, you know, I didn't set the house on fire. This was a tragedy, and it was out of both of our controls.
Okay, well, negligence is not the same as doing it intentionally, so he's not saying you set the house on fire. He's saying you're responsible for it.
And I mean, I kind of have to agree with her on that. Like, pinning that on someone, that's not really fair whatsoever. Even if she's responsible for the fires. Like, publicly blaming someone for essentially aiding in your mother's decline and eventually death is a lot different than recounting your side of the story. But Kat then goes on to show receipts, but her proof was just screenshots of emails that she has between her and her landlord, having what are honestly pretty normal conversations. But Kat says this proves that there were electrical problems and she was trying to get it fixed, but the landlord seemed to only get her husband to come do the work and he was unqualified. But this doesn't really just prove that the fire was started electrically, it just proves that Kat had some concerns about the wiring. And I mean, I'm sure that she thought her response was going to shut Tiva up, but he came right back with receipts of his own.
Good morning. I watched Kat Von D's video. I have email receipts and a lot more. Kat was not expecting my mom to have set me up with her own email login right before her passing. So I have everything. Correspondence between attorneys, insurance demands, preparations for court if it came to that, and most importantly, the fire reports.
Yeah, and to make things crazier, he says that there wasn't just one fire in the home caused by Kat's candles, but apparently two.
Start with the first candle fire that Kat Von D had in the house, which she also tried to conceal. I'm going to read from my laptop, but I will put the screenshot on the screen as well. She goes on to say that it wasn't a very big deal, and she's respecting my mom's no smoking rules. The neighbors called the fire department after a candle set off the smoke alarm, claiming there wasn't a real fire, it was no big deal. Well, there's an incident report for that too. She finishes the note by saying, since then I have removed a majority of the candles from my house and thrown them away. Have replaced them with battery-operated flameless candles.
What's wild to me is this seems to be from the same email Kat showed, but she conveniently left this part out, I guess. But he then goes on to show emails between his mom and her attorneys regarding the fires.
I'm going to show you correspondence between my mom and one of her attorneys at the time. It will explain both fire incidents, and this is what really happened.
And of course, that's when the thing says it. Go on.
My skin, sensitive and irritated, so I choose Venus Extra Smooth Sensitive with Skin Soft Blade.
And this includes a report that confirms that it was in fact a candle fire.
Well, now that you know that there wasn't one fire at the home, but two fires at the home, one of which resulted in serious destruction throughout the home, I am going to show you an official fire report from an investigator. I left the case number in the report as well as the investigator's name. There were multiple investigators, both sent from the insurance companies as well as private, forensic, arson. They all had the same findings.
He then talks more about her dark energy and alludes to her being involved in some dark things, but honestly, like, it's no secret that she...
I just want to say my understanding about when the insurance company sends out someone to investigate fires, they don't give a report to the person whose house it was or whatever, whichever building, whatever property was damaged. The insurance investigator's report goes back to the insurance company. The property owner does not get that report, is my understanding.
Is into witchcraft and so on. But again, just because they're into stuff like that doesn't mean that they're evil or want to burn down a house. But naturally, Kat responded again, and this time mentioned getting her lawyers involved.
I'm in LA here with my family, and I've had a productive meeting with my lawyers. But after talking with them, this will definitely be the last video that I make regarding this subject. But before my legal team takes it from here, I want to leave you guys with this important information.
And in this new video, she says that Tiva's documents were from an investigator his mother hired. So I guess she's insinuating that they were biased here? I don't know. I'm kind of reading between the lines.
Teva showed you guys the documents from the investigation that was hired by his mom, most likely through her insurance company. And those reports said that the fire was started with candle negligence. But I'm going to actually show you the official statement from the actual Los Angeles Fire Marshal. As you can see, it does not say that the cause of the fire was candle negligence. It says that it is undetermined. It's what I've been saying from the very beginning. And just so you guys know, sometimes when there's excessive fire damage like this, having an inconclusive outcome is not out of the normal.
So she shows a report from the LA Fire Marshal that says inconclusive. So I guess she's trying to prove that she's right and Tiva's wrong. And she also talks about the lawsuit and settling outside of court. And this part is just hard to speculate on, honestly.
You know, I see so many people saying, well, Kat, you know, he won the lawsuit, so it must mean that he's right. Actually, no, he didn't win the lawsuit. There was no lawsuit in front of a judge and jury. We actually arbitrated outside of a court. At that point, my lawyers strongly suggested that I settle, which would have not kept us tied up in the court system for years. I wouldn't have spent so much money in lawyer fees and just drag something on that didn't need to drag on. So I settled, and I had my insurance pay her out. And for those of you that don't know, settling out of court is not an admittance to guilt. It just means that we sat down, we did the math, and it wasn't financially making sense to make this drag on for years and years and years.
And she's not wrong. Settling isn't an admission of guilt, but I mean, if it was proven inconclusive or that it was an electrical fire and everyone agreed on that, number one, why the lawsuit? Number two, why did you guys settle outside of court? I don't know. She also finishes her video by talking about Tiva's mother's health again and how she can't be blamed for her decline.
Last thing, his mother's cancer. Okay, I cannot be held responsible for his mother's cancer progression. She was diagnosed prior to the fire even happening in 2010 and didn't pass away until 2025. So I'm really not sure how I could be held responsible for someone's cancer progression for 15 years.
And honestly, again, I have to agree with her. Like, considering his mom only passed away last year, I don't doubt that that stress didn't help her health, but it's a little crazy to imply that Cat somehow, you know, took your mother's life or was a good part of that. I mean, she's already been torn apart for burning an entire house down and denying it.
And I just want to say, this is in California. Keep it in mind. And also, I apologize for scrolling down to look at the comments. I keep forgetting him. Yeah, I'm supposed to let you guys watch the video. Yeah.
And you seem to have evidence to
I'm a
support that. Not to
commentator.
mention, she was also pretty disliked in general. It's not like Tiva is really exposing someone like Taylor Swift, who has an army of people who are ready to die for her. But regardless, in his final response, Tiva came back swinging.
I wasn't going to respond, but after giving it some thought, I've
Did he color his hair or something?
decided I probably should, so I'll keep it
It's
short
California again.
and I'll keep it final. Here are my thoughts. She tried to use her platform to maybe silence me, get a last word in, I don't know. She mentioned legal repercussions, she turned off her comments, and she showed a preliminary fire report, which, if you don't know, a preliminary fire report is a report that happens before actual investigations are concluded. Not to mention, her fire report counters what she said in the first video of the origin point. Her story is too complicated for me to follow. It requires rocket science, and
with Apartments.com AI, all you have to do is say it, find it, rent it. Find the perfect pet-friendly place.
Dance is more than just using your body. So much of dance is in your expressions.
Squinting has likely contributed.
I'm not a qualified rocket scientist.
Okay, and since then, neither party has spoken directly on it in public, but Tiva has still made some jokey references to it, as well as, I guess, left up his previous videos. So I think it's safe to assume that he wasn't hit with a cease and desist. Or if he was, I guess he just ignored it. From what I can tell, no lawsuit has been filed against him. So I guess the big thing people are bringing up is if Tiva was outright lying about her burning down the house due to negligence, why wouldn't Cat go the legal route? I don't know. Maybe it's not worth her time? Who knows? Hard to say. That being said, though, fingers have also been pointed at Tiva, with people claiming that he's doing this for clout and, I guess, to get eyes on his business, especially because of how he finished his final video.
I want to talk about why I started this account with the house. It is because this home was my mom's art, and it's the final piece of her art that I have. For me to share my mom's art with the world, say an A24 project, or maybe like a high-end fashion campaign, it would make me so proud, and I know it would make my mom so proud.
Isn't A24 the horror? They do horror movies? Is that what it is?
The other day, I had a meeting with a really cool company, and I got to tell them all about my mom, the house, how it came to be. We may work together. That is why.
So I guess he's restoring the house to be used as a wedding venue, and that's what most of his account is about. So it does give attention to his business. I mean, if he's telling the truth, he's just kind of playing the cards that he was dealt. Like, I don't see that much of a problem talking about what happened to the house, because at the end of the day, this is a part of the story of this house, which is now, I guess, his business. Because ultimately, he's just sharing the story of a historic home, and burning it down is a pretty big part of that story. Even if he left out all identifying details, people would still be able to figure out who it was anyways, and who gets to decide how someone deals with grief. Either way, it seems like both of them have kind of taken a step back now, so I guess we just kind of have to wait and see if anything else happens. And if Kat is actually going the legal route, I wouldn't really expect her to say too much either. So yeah, I guess we kind of have to wait and see if a filing happens. So hey, if you're new here, feel free to subscribe, drop a like if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace.
And yeah, okay, celebrity doesn't mean much anymore. Yeah, there are people a lot more famous in the LA area than that woman. I'm just letting you know. And yes, I grew up, I lived near LA for the first 6 years of my life. A lot happened. And I was gonna look up. Yeah. Uh, Oh, no, it's not the okay, well, then what's the A something that does horror? No, this is regular film, okay. Oh, 8 it is I'm not saying it is A24. I'm not dude, they okay, they do other things, so now they're saying it is So, okay, at least I was right. Yeah. Now let me go see more news. Okay, yeah, this be the House passes $1.5 trillion defense bill with Israel tech cooperation. Extra moves 42,000 automated reply bot accounts. I want to see. I want to check this. Extra spend 40,000 accounts caught automated replies without human involvement. Blah. Yeah, in October 25, they removed 1.7 million bots. How do they, okay. Such AI-driven engagement context X's mission of authentic human interaction. Well, no, yeah, they target fake. No, no. Some of that, yeah, except there's been a lot of issues with. Mm, yeah. There is issues with it. A lot of people saying this. Mm. But I'm just wondering, like, I. Mm. Yeah, well, here's this one's right. I feel there are certain replies that the system automatically reads automated replies. Yeah, there's a bunch of things. Yeah, well, the thing is, they are inconsistent when it comes to their terms of service. They they are not consistent with enforcing it. That is what I have found. And there's that weird thing where you will just all of a sudden, like, you like to post and then go look at that person's post history later and your like is gone even though you know you liked it. That happens, and it will also unfollow people for you, and they have not fixed that. Which Twitter needs to get on that and fix it. Hmm. No. I'll have to post about this later, but yeah, I'm not this is, to me, that's not addressing the real problem. Yes, that needs to be done. That should be, well, for one thing, it should not be a big deal. They should be getting rid of the bot accounts on a regular basis. They don't need to do a big show about it. Just do it. The fact that it makes such a big deal tells me they need to really get their stuff together. Who's Shiloh Hendricks? Oh, not good. Uh, yeah. Yeah. Okay, oh, that's it. Well, yeah. Okay, I don't know if this is. Okay. Okay, and there's someone going on about me. It annoys me when people just come up with other different stuff that hasn't. I mean, yeah, I go off on tangents all the time. Yeah, and that just happens when I'm talking with friends. I remember one time a friend and I were chatting, and the conversation we started out talking about ice cream, and by the end we were talking about Chernobyl. That's how we roll. So yeah, it does happen, but that's like when I'm with my friends. I'm actually trying to look up news stuff and focus on that. I try not to, which of course I didn't really do. But okay, my stories were actually related specifically to the body cams and stuff and the videos we watched. It was something similar. So there we go. It wasn't White House correspondence. Oh, oh yeah. Starship. So like, uh, oh, a test flight. Okay, they're just working on things. I wonder. Okay, talking about tangents. Well, yes, is like the Star Trek spaceship design. Is that how it would really be, or would they look different? Is there like how how would residential spaceships look in the future? I mean, of course, they've got the transporter and holodeck and all this stuff. So it's a lot more advanced. And what other industry news, sports? Oh, I did look up who who is Gigi Banks? Oh, an athlete. Okay, well, there is your sports news. Gigi Banks is an athlete. I'm glad I help people know something. Right, did I say news? Oh, what? Is that going? Oh my goodness. TSA declines calls to recruit viral raccoon Jimothy for K9 team. I gotta screenshot this. Hmm. And there's TSA right there, yeah. That needs to be saved, yes. I just why no love for Jimothy? Yes. Anyways, but read this paragraph up here. Jimothy, a wild Seattle raccoon with short spine syndrome, captured millions with videos of his unique waddle from under cars and across yards, Fans dreamed up murals, songs, tattoos, and even pushed TSA to enlist him as a canine detective, prompting the agency's cheeky reply, "He's too small for vests, and no raccoon trainers exist." While Seattle City's council praised his underdog spirit, health experts urge keeping distance since he's a wild animal thriving on neighborhood streets. Yeah. Oh, there's a picture of a there's yeah. Where's Timothy? But yes. Mm. Oh, ATF wolves. Okay. Okay. Mm. Oh, there's again. Crayon. Oh, there's Timothy. Mm. What was that? Where? Whoa! Why did it scroll up like that? You see, it keeps trying to scroll up. What is it doing? Okay. In the UK, oh, this is about something in the UK. Yeah, spray painted a oil-based paint, glued her spine. Okay. Oh, they tried it. Oh, I like hedgehogs. No, this is not. This is no. We need a no. We need palette cleanser. Happy palette cleanser, Timothy. That doesn't help. Sneako's troll backfires as, in quotes, current pedophile reply self-owns. Okay, yeah. Not gonna bother. I don't give them airtime, so to speak. I'm trying to avoid giving them airtime. But I want to look up. Yeah, I want to see videos a little. Something happy. Oh, look, they got a tongue sticking out the dodo. Yeah. Here, let's see. This is from Guess World Records themselves.
Have you seen any dinosaurs? What kind of question is that?
Our neighborhood has moved.
Mom, look!
The End of Oak Street. Rated PG-13. Only in theaters August 14th.
My name is Carola Weidemann. I'm from North Rhine-Westphalia in Germany, and I am the proud owner of Pumuckl, the smallest officially recognized horse in the world. It was certified by Guinness World Records. Now you might be wondering, how did I get here? By chance, an acquaintance called me and told me that I was looking for small ponies to take into facilities. So small therapy horses, and he had a small horse. We exchanged some pictures and videos, and then I said, okay, I'll take him. I drove over, took a look at him, and was truly completely shocked. I had never seen such a small little horse before.
Aww. Yeah, his hair, his mane is almost as tall as he is.
Pumuckl came to me in October 2020. He was just 5 months old at the time, and believe it or not, only 47 centimeters tall, and I think didn't even weigh 20 kilos yet. So I bought him and took him with me. And since October 2020, he has been living with me and has been trained as a therapy horse, where he then goes to nursing homes, hospices, kindergartens, schools, and facilities for people with disabilities. Pumuckle is truly something quite special because he is very small in stature and size. That means he wasn't bred to be this small. It's just a quirk of nature. We don't know what it is. I think it's a small pony. Pumuckle lives together with his many friends in the meadow and also works alongside the other therapy ponies. Pumuckle really loves his mash, hay, carrots, and apples, and he absolutely loves being pampered. He has a very lovable character. He is incredibly good with children. He loves being scratched and cuddled. Pumuckle loves being the center of attention. He loves being able to roam freely all over our farm here. He thinks it's great when people come to see him, visit him everywhere, and give him cuddles and affection. He gets spoiled a lot and very often because by now he's also become quite well known. It's absolutely fantastic and truly wonderful that we've successfully managed for Pumuckle to now officially get the prestigious world record as the smallest horse in the entire world.
Okay, yeah, Claire, smallest male horse. Okay, yeah, this was a little, yeah, we'll see down here in the description, they do clarify male, you see it there in parentheses, but yes, smallest male horse. And again, I mean it, I want one!
And we're proud that Guinness World Records has recognized him as such.
It was just what I needed. Just a pool.
That was a nice palate cleanser. Yes. Unfortunately, I cannot afford one. Because, okay, I'm sure, well, first off, I am sure that would be a lot cheaper than a full-size horse. I am assuming. I don't know. I'm not sure if the size affects things. He didn't seem to be bothered, though. They're 4 years old now. It doesn't look like they have any issues, and they didn't mention any issues with them. So I'm going to assume they are fine. It's all good. And new goal. I need to be somewhere I can have those tiny ponies. Because it would also be somewhere where we have a nice garden and lots of grass for them as well. Yeah, in fact, where I used to live in Oregon, a friend would bring their horse over every year to deal with my yard. Because, well, it was, there were a lot of underground seasonal springs that come up and keep the grass watered and get like 2 or 3 feet tall at least. And the terrain is not really suitable for a lawnmower. You have to use a weed whacker, and you also have to wait because the underground springs make it really marshy and hard to walk on. You'd have to wait till it dries up, and by then the grass is so tall. You have to do a small section, weed whack a small section, rake it out, then do more and rinse and repeat. And end up having to do that around like half an acre or so. Not fun. Well, somewhere between a quarter acre to half an acre. Yeah, it's not easy on your back. Any or your arms for that matter. So anyways, I hope you guys are doing well and your Friday's going well and you're looking forward to a great weekend. I am going. Oh, let me just switch it full screen again now. Yeah. I don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow. Oh yeah, I gotta finish editing my gaming live stream videos. Before I go to bed now, I will have to edit these 2 videos and then put them on YouTube. And because I believe it's Caddy Homesteader on YouTube. And my Twitch account, I believe I have my Twitter account linked in my profile here on Twitch, so you can go to my Twitter thing and it will give you all the links to my YouTube channels and all that stuff. So enjoy your weekend. Don't let the news get you down. They're cute. Yeah, I will actually probably see you in another chat in a few minutes, maybe, or sometime this weekend. Yeah, it is finally the weekend. Yeah, and I get to have leftover pizza for breakfast. So take care, everyone. Oh wait, why I clicked on the wrong button? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Anyways, take care. I will see you guys later. God bless.